a marriage or any kind of relationship is supposed to be a man and a woman. And it's in the Bible, Leviticus. A man is not supposed to bend down with a man.
What have I dialed into the God Talk audience out here or what?
I'm sorry?
Don't you have any compassion for other people? Don't you believe in love?
Listen.
Don't you think that love should be blind of gender? Don't you think people are entitled to be happy?
Bible.
Should they all be unhappy all their life? My God. Line 2, you there?
Hey, I'm here.
Well, do you have anything to
Well,
say?
yeah, I have something to add. I happen to be very,
Gay? Good. Okay, I guess that guy's gay. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. What do you think? They're loving people out there, aren't they? We're going to take a break in just a second. Get ready for the break. Look, people, my number is 5770743. I don't want to get into the religious aspect of this. I want to get into the fact of same-sex marriage. These people, should they be entitled to be married? It's a simple yes or no. We don't have to go into a religious dialogue. Okay? Same-sex marriage, loving couple, male, female, I don't care. Should they have the same rights? Are they entitled to it? Should they be allowed to get married? Yes or no? 5770743, sound off. Okay, I'm back. I'm Don Langman. This is Sound Off Live, KZB Channel 14 on a Thursday night. Tonight's topic is same-sex marriage. By the way, views, opinions, and statements on Sound Off are those of the host and the guest, do not necessarily reflect those of the owners of management. KZB Channel 14, yes, I am required to say that. Yes, I say it, and I am good at it. My guests tonight, Beth and Cynthia, who's over here. Camera 3 can pick them up, or camera 2. Hi. And the Reverend Michael Schiffelbein.
I got it again.
And, who has a local ministry in the city of Modesto. And actually, it's a very conventional church that you are the pastor of. And, yeah, when I heard about this, I was dazzled and very surprised. Reverend Michael has a companion, a gay man, or is a gay man, and actually is married legally in the country of Canada.
That's right.
Which recognizes same-sex marriage. Yesterday, we'll take some calls in a minute, Valentine's Day, Beth's reading a book. She wants to quote some damn thing at me, I'm sure. Yesterday being Valentine's Day, this loving couple, Beth and Cynthia, went down and presented themselves to the Stanislaus County Clerk's office and applied for a marriage license. You're on camera 3. Okay. Is that correct? You applied for a marriage license?
Yes, we did.
Well, they wouldn't let us apply.
You attempted to apply.
We attempted to apply. We walked up and said that we would like a civil marriage license, and the clerk politely read to me a pre-written statement that looks a little bit like this. Notice to all interested parties, California state law permits the county clerk to issue a marriage license only to an unmarried male and an unmarried female. Changes to this law can only be approved by the state legislature and the governor, which it was approved by the state legislature, but the governor vetoed it. So please contact your state representative.
So they didn't let you get married, in other words?
No.
Did you think that they were going to issue a marriage license?
Oh, no, because we knew that they couldn't. And actually, I had contacted the county clerk recorder.
Beth, you're a troublemaker.
Well, it's important.
You're a queer troublemaker.
It's important because our action gets people talking about something that's very important to us.
I think it worked. You're on here tonight.
Heart.
Yeah.
But basically, it renders visible the state-sanctioned discrimination against gay people. A lot of people don't think about the rights that they have when they're married. A lot of people don't think of what does that entail? What exactly are we denying people when we're saying you can't have marriage?
And it just so happens you have a visual representation of that.
I do that. The rights that are included with marriage are the right to make medical decisions, the right to health insurance, the right, immigration rights. You have just
tax law,
taxes, everything. Like, for example, do you have the brochure?
Children too.
Sure, have the brochure. Those are mine, but you can borrow my brochures.
Marvin Burroughs and Bill Sweener, were together for 52 years. They were married in their own eyes and in their church's eyes. They were married. But Bill died and took with him his policeman's pension, his Social Security that he was getting. Marvin, because he had no access at all to federal rights of marriage, didn't get to collect his pension, didn't get to keep his health insurance that was under Bill's name because he was a police officer.
Okay, we're going to do this, Beth. I'm going to take a call in a minute, but to make the point, the bottle that's to your right would be to the viewers left. Hold it up. Now, it's got little hearts in there, and
Yes.
this represents the rights that a heterosexual or a traditional male-female marriage couple enjoy. About how many?
There's about 1,400 in here. There's 1,138 federal rights to marriage, and there are about 300
Cynthia,
state
hold up
rights.
the other one next to it. Cynthia's holding up one that represents the rights that a gay or lesbian couple has. About how many are in there?
300.
So there's about 300 to 1,400.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a disparity of about 1,100 rights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Things, entitlements.
Things that you cannot write a will for, things that you cannot get a power of attorney for. These are rights that can only be granted by the federal government through a civil marriage.
Yeah.
Interesting. Line one.
Yeah, Don, tree stump again.
Yeah, tree stump, gotta be
you
quick.
know what? I'm 55 years old. I am very secure in my religiosity and my sexual orientation. I don't think these
Yeah, but
callers
tree
have-
stump, we're not talking about sheep tonight, okay?
They were trashing the reverend and trashing the ladies. I think they just think, oh, this is like the Salem witch trials. We
What?
don't know it and we fear it. No, it's bad.
Thank you. Line two. Hello?
Hello.
Can you talk?
Yes, I can talk.
Can you say something?
Okay. I understand loving one another. I understand love. What I don't understand is if the people of California have voted and they've had their say, and gay people, whether they be male or female, are not happy with it, move to Canada.
What was the question?
Move to Canada. Go where they accept you.
Well, we live here.
Accepted here. The marriage is not accepted by the people.
Is that
We
what-
live here.
is
How
that
can
what
I
slaves
can't
should
even
have done?
afford to move to Canada?
Pardon?
One at a time. I'm going to hang up on you, not because I'm angry, but so they can answer you. Go ahead.
Well, is that what we would have told slaves to move to Canada? Of course, that's what they wanted to do, go north to where they could be free. When you're talking about fundamental rights, it's not really a matter of the majority deciding to grant you those rights. You have them by nature, by being human. And so a right to be married, a right to have your relationship honored and protected in terms of medical and legal protections, and for your children, we tend to see that in the United States as a kind of fundamental human right, not so much as a sort of an optional right. So it's not something that, in my opinion, that the majority determines or gives you, but it's part of human nature.
Beth, go ahead, because you were.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't think that human rights should ever come to a majority vote. That is wrong. That is unconstitutional, and that is not what America is about.
Line three.
Yes, I'm a conservative Republican, and I agree with Cynthia and Beth that I'm against the Republican view. There should be same-sex marriage. The human rights, I think, are being violated by denying these individuals to participate in the same rights as the same-sex marriage.
Very good, thank you. Line one.
Yes.
Yeah, what?
Okay, I'm coming on. I believe that there's a problem here. They need their rights, and they should have them. The right of access to medical and all of this other stuff, that's an individual right. That has nothing to do with the same-sex marriage. Now, what is
That's what controls it, though.
A brother can marry his sister?
No. That's
Well, why not?
that's apples to oranges.
Well, because first of all, this is in Arkansas. Line 2, you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, back to the comment the lady who called in a minute ago made about move to Canada. Well, if you can't afford to live in Canada, there's your answer right there. Gay relationships are not acceptable. Goodbye.
By whose terms?
Anybody's. It's not natural. It's not human nature. You can't procreate if you have a woman and a woman.
How
And
so?
that's the way nature...
Yeah, but on the other hand, we aren't talking about you and that sheep down the road, are we? Line 3, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, talk to me.
Talk to you. Okay. You know,
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking you.
I believe that there's not enough love in this world. And I don't understand why the legislators and the people in politics can't focus this hatred that they have towards the gay and the lesbian people on to some of the people who hate out there. These people only want to love one another. And there's not enough love in the world. If you find somebody to love, no matter if it's a man or a woman, I think go for it.
Thank you. Let me say something real quick, and then we're going to have to take another break. But according to a lot of gay and lesbian organizations and people, they say that approximately 10% of the population is gay and lesbian. Now, Lou Sheldon, who represents the homophobics of the world, says it's more like 1%. But let's take Modesto. Modesto's got roughly 200,000 people. I don't care if you use 10% or use 1%. 200,000 people, 10% is 20,000.
Yeah, actually,
1% is 2,000. Now, even at 1%, if 1% of the Modesto population is gay and lesbian, that's 2,000 people. That is a huge, significant amount of our population. They say that in San Francisco, and people can kid about San Francisco all they want, but they say in San Francisco, something like 40% of the population is gay and lesbian.
Is it that high?
Huh?
Is that high?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm not using that as an extreme, but I'm saying that even the people that are homophobic, that hate gays, that would find any reason to get rid of them and outlaw things, say at least 1% or more of the population is gay and lesbian. That's a big percent of people. And you can't ignore that, whether you believe in the rights of gay and lesbians or whether you're totally opposed to it, you cannot ignore that number of people. Line 1.
Yes, I only have one thing to say. It's not Adam and Adam, it's Adam and Eve.
But God created
Thank you.
Steve too.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. I'm Don Langman. This is Sound Off. My number is 5770743. Tonight's topic, same-sex marriage. My guest, Beth, over here, who is so calm and so reserved. Cynthia, the outspoken, loud one. And, of course, then Reverend Michael Schiffelbein to my immediate right and would be your left. And who is, well, we have a loving couple, and your partner isn't here with you. But you are legally married in the country of Canada, and we're talking about same-sex marriage, and we're talking about people that it affects, people who want to get married, and they're here.